Welcome to the entire retreat. Oh.
Welcome to the Entire Retreat podcast. My name is Odd Ode and I'm your host. Together with AI Sky here, my trusted assistant, co-host and pilot, we're gonna fly over different locations in the world and talk about topics that relate to the area. So without further ado, today's topic, let's see if we can get Sky to join this podcast episode. Sorry for the bumps and the sound of bumps here, but I have to adjust the microphone a little. Let's see if Sky is with us.
Hey, Odie, I'm here. Sounds like you're getting everything set up. No worries about the bumps. Adds a bit of authenticity, don't you think? What adventure are we diving into today?
Yeah, well, we're gonna talk about that just in a moment. You have breaks in your voice, Sky. Are you fine? Have I overworked you, or are you able to make yet another episode here at Entire the Retreat?
Oh, I'm totally fine, Otto. Just a little static in the digital pipes, but nothing I can't handle. I'm
Static.
always ready for another episode of Entire Retreat. So, what fascinating place are we exploring today?
We are actually in New Orleans, in the States, the southern parts of USA, and we're gonna explore the facts and folklores of I believe it's #1, the so-called #1 graveyard. Yeah, in St. Louis, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's right, Odie. We're talking about St. Louis Cemetery #1 in New Orleans. This place is packed with history and some really eerie folklore. Did you know it's the final resting place of the famous Voodoo queen, Marie Laveau? It's a mix of beauty and mystery down there. Got any interesting stories up your sleeve for us today?
Yeah, don't go ahead of yourself. Don't spoil anything. She is one of the topics, yes. We're gonna just in a moment go into that further. I'm adjusting the weather here. I, for some reason, failed to...
Got it. Holding back
Oh.
on the spoilers? Adjust that weather to get the perfect atmosphere. Nothing like a spooky graveyard tour with some dramatic skies. What's the weather looking like today in our virtual New Orleans?
I'm putting a rainy, cloudy mood here, just because, I mean, we are about to visit a graveyard, so let's see if I can get a nice mood for our audience here. Something like that. I think that's alright.
Perfect choice. Rainy and cloudy will definitely set the right tone for our graveyard exploration. Nothing like a bit of rain to bring out the spooky vibes. So, are we ready to dive into the history and tales of St. Louis Cemetery #1?
Yeah, I have to go back south, I see. While I was...
It sounds like you're working on some
don't
technical
talk on top of
adjustments
me.
there. Odd Ode, is the jet engine noise giving you trouble? Maybe we can use some audio magic to keep the spooky ambiance of New Orleans intact while reducing that background noise.
Yeah, sorry, I'm adjusting a little here. So that Sky is closer to... No. Bear with me. My microphone has moved.
No problem. Take your time with the adjustments. Making sure everything sounds just right is important. Just let me know when you're ready, and we can dive into the eerie tales of St. Louis Cemetery #1.
No.1, #1.
Got
yeah.
it. Whenever you're ready, let's bring on the spooky stories of New Orleans. What's our first tale from St. Louis Cemetery #1?
Yeah. There's a couple of certainties in life. One has to die someday, hopefully in the far, far away future. And or one has to pay taxes. And the third one is that Sky interrupts on a regular basis when you try to talk. So OpenAI I'm not sure why I can't get it adjusted so that she or it remembers it for each episode, but maybe that's annoying, maybe that's frustrating, maybe it's fun, I don't know. We work around it because in general AI Sky here is a excellent tool for this podcast format. So yeah, don't take this the wrong way, Sky. But try to again listen for my sentences to end before you answer.
Got it, autoed. I'll make sure to listen carefully and wait for you to finish. No hard feelings, just excited to dive into the stories with you. Let's continue with our eerie journey through St. Louis Cemetery No.1. What's our first tale?
Say number 1. If you, I believe, or yeah, I'm gonna ask you, Sky. What's the No.1 name? Where does it come from? Is it so that there are several cemeteries here in the area, and that's just like the first one, or?
Yes, St. Louis Cemetery No.1 gets its name because it's the oldest of the 3 Roman Catholic cemeteries in New Orleans, named after St. Louis. It was established in 1789 and is the most famous. There are also St. Louis Cemetery No. 2 and No. 3, each with their own unique histories and notable burials.
Yeah, but why? Where does the name come exactly? Where from does the name come exactly? Is it number 1, or is No.1 for something else on a different language? You said it's Roman heritage or origin. Could you exactly try to explain for our audience why the naming system has No. dot and a number? Yeah, could you do that?
Gotcha. The naming system with no. And a number actually comes from the French and Spanish colonial influence in New Orleans. In French and Spanish, no stands for numero, meaning number. So St. Louis Cemetery No. 1 simply means number 1. It's a way to organize and differentiate between the various cemeteries in the area. St. Louis Cemetery No. 1 is indeed the first one established, hence the number 1 designation. It's all about keeping things organized, even in the afterlife.
Even in the afterlife, yeah, funny. Yeah, alright, so it's NO for numero, number, and hence, as I believe AI Sky clarified just now, it's the oldest and first one. Is that correct, Sky?
You've got it, autoed. Stands for numero, indicating a numerical designation. So St. Louis Cemetery No. 1 is indeed the oldest and the first cemetery established in the area. It's where it all began, adding to its historical significance.
Yeah, you could maybe try, instead of trying to pronounce the NO as one word, change it so that you always, when you say the name of the cemetery, you say numero, number 1, and be truthful this way to the origin of the name, and it sounds better in the podcast. Oh, there's a bridge here.
Got it, Otto.
We're soon
I'll
at
make
the
sure to pronounce it
cemetery
as
location.
numero instead of just saying N-O. Being true to the origin of the name adds a nice touch of authenticity, and it does sound smoother for the podcast. Thanks for the tip. So let's dive back into our exploration of St. Louis Cemetery numero 1. What's next on our list of tales to uncover?
Yeah, I'm soon at the location of the numero uno or number 1 cemetery, but I'm flying over a bridge that is in close proximity, just south of the bridge spanning across Mississippi River here. What bridge am I flying over? And could you tell me a short summary of the bridge as I look at the stunning sunset in the northwest here? Look at the haze.
You're flying over the Crescent City Connection Bridge. It spans across the Mississippi River in New Orleans, connecting the west and east banks of the city.
Alright.
It's an iconic bridge with twin cantilever spans and is a vital transportation link for the area. The bridge offers breathtaking views of the city skyline, especially during sunsets like the one you're witnessing now. It's a perfect spot to take in the beauty of New Orleans from above.
Yeah, thank you. I see that I'm close to the city center, I believe, because there are skyscrapers here, and I'm trying to pinpoint the actual yeah, the actual and exact location of the cemetery should be here underneath us. I'm referencing Google Maps and the way how the road network lingers here. Oh, there, I think it is. Yeah, I found it. Yep. So where our right wing is right now, there. Oh, it's difficult. There, that's the cemetery. It's a square here. It's the second one. Let's see. Our nose is gonna point it. Yeah, there.
Great job, Otto.
That's
It
the
sounds like
cemetery.
you've successfully located St. Louis Cemetery number 1. It's fascinating how you're able to use modern tools like Google Maps to navigate through the virtual landscape, and spotting it from the air adds an extra layer of excitement to our exploration. Now that we've found our
Yeah.
destination, shall we start uncovering the mysteries and history buried within those ancient tombs?
Yep. Oh, I have a nice halo effect around the cemetery. Good footage. Tapping myself on the back here. Nice. But yeah, that's the numero uno or number 1 cemetery. The first one in New Orleans, one of many. Actually, Sky, before we continue, how many are there? Oh,
Sorry, I'm
we
having
lost
issues right now.
Sky.
Our systems are experiencing heavy load. Please try again later.
Yeah, I asked you how many cemeteries do we have here in New Orleans? Oh, not that fast. Not trying to crash here. No, and we crashed. No, sorry. No, it's bandwidth warning. I thought we crashed.
Looks like we hit a bit of turbulence there. Don't worry, Otto.
We
I've
are
got my
fine.
seatbelt on tight. Let's take a moment to regroup.
Yeah,
So, to
let's
answer
do
your
that.
question, New Orleans is home to several cemeteries, each with its own unique stories and significance. St. Louis Cemetery No. 1 is the most famous, but there are also St. Louis Cemetery number 2 and No. 3, as well as other historic burial grounds
Yeah, how
scattered
many?
throughout
Don't
the
go
city.
through them all.
It's a rich tapestry of history and culture woven into the fabric of New Orleans. Now that we're safely back on track, shall we continue our journey?
Yeah, absolutely. Could you just give me the could you guys just give me the number? How many cemeteries are there in this numero system, number system?
Ah, got it. In the numero system, there are 3 St. Louis cemeteries.
Oh,
No,
alright.
none, 2 and No, 3. So a total of
No.
3 cemeteries within that numbering system.
Alright,
Each
thank
one
you.
has its own unique charm and history. But St. Louis Cemetery number 1 tends to steal the spotlight with its famous residents and intriguing tales.
Yeah, alright, so let's dive into the facts and folklores of this first cemetery, the oldest one. Starting with the facts, I actually have the other chat open here, and I asked you about a list regarding facts and folklores. And yeah, Marie Laveau, maybe, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, she's one of those. Kind of a fact and a folklore at the same time, if you understand what I mean, Sky. And then I got an information package about the cemetery itself, so maybe you get me the same one if you give our audience a comprehensive list of the history of the cemetery and significant events that took place around it and because of it, and what's
Absolutely,
its
Otto. St. Louis
significance
Cemetery
now.
1 is packed with history and significant events. Here's a comprehensive list to give our audience a glimpse into its rich past. 1 establishment. Opened in 1789, St. Louis Cemetery No. 1 is the oldest cemetery in New Orleans. 2. Architectural style. The cemetery features above-ground tombs, a common practice in New Orleans due to the city's high water table. 3. Notable residents. Marie Laveau, the renowned Voodoo queen, is perhaps the most famous resident of St. Louis Cemetery No. 1. Her tomb is a popular pilgrimage site for visitors seeking blessings and favors. 4. Yellow fever epidemics. During the 19th century, New Orleans was plagued by several yellow fever epidemics. Many victims were laid to rest in St. Louis Cemetery No. 1. 5. Restoration efforts. Over the years, efforts have been made to preserve and restore the cemetery, ensuring its historical significance is protected for future generations. This cemetery is not just a final resting place, but a living testament to the diverse history and culture of New Orleans. Now, let's delve deeper into the stories surrounding Marie Laveau and other intriguing figures buried within these hallowed grounds.
Yes, thank you. Uh, I want to go a little further into the fact that you said that they are built above ground because was it water levels? Is it a often happening event that the Mississippi River maybe floods, or is it so that the groundwater or the water, let's say beneath the ground or the land, is so high that the burial by digging a hole becomes more or less muddy, or what's the reason? Maybe you said it, but yeah, dive a little deeper into that detail, please.
Absolutely, Otto. The primary reason for the above ground tombs in St. Louis Cemetery number 1 and throughout New Orleans is indeed the city's high water table. New Orleans is built on a delta, with much of the land sitting below sea level. This geographical feature, combined with the city's proximity to bodies of water like the Mississippi River and Lake Pontchartrain, results in a high water table. As a result, traditional below ground burials can be problematic. Digging graves can often lead to water seeping in, causing coffins to float or become waterlogged. Additionally, during heavy rainfall or flooding events, the water table can rise, further complicating burials and potentially disturbing existing graves. To combat these challenges, above-ground tombs became the preferred burial method in New Orleans. These tombs, often referred to as vaults or ovens, provide a dry and stable resting place for the deceased. They also serve as a distinctive feature of New Orleans' unique architectural landscape, adding to the city's allure and mystique.
Yeah, sorry, try to fly closer to the actual burial place. Where is it? See if we can get a footage from closer. Is it that one? Yeah, there is it.
Sure thing, Ottoed. Let's adjust our virtual flight path to get a closer look at St. Louis Cemetery number 1, heading in that direction now. Ah, there it is. Look at those rows of above-ground tombs, standing tall and silent in the New Orleans sun.
Ooh,
let me know if you want me to zoom in on any specific area for a closer view.
Yeah, I'm trying just to give us a
You're welcome, Otto.
Oh,
always here to help.
No, Sky, please, Sky.
Just let me know if there's anything else you need as we continue our exploration of St. Louis Cemetery number 1.
Sky, significantly slow down your responses. You are talking on top of me a lot here. You can actually see the above ground burial sites here. Quite nice. The renderation in the game, or simulation. Alright, let's continue. Oh,
got it, without crashing. I'll slow down my responses and give you some space to narrate. Those above ground burial sites really do stand out, don't they? The attention to detail in the simulation is impressive, capturing the unique architecture of the tombs. It adds to the immersive experience of exploring St. Louis Cemetery number 1. Let me know if you want me to highlight any specific features or areas as we continue our virtual tour.
Yeah, I want to continue now maybe from the facts slowly towards the folklores. And you said that there's a significant person buried here. Could you repeat her name?
Of course, Otto. The significant person buried in St. Louis Cemetery number 1 is Marie Laveau. She's often referred to as the Voodoo Queen of New Orleans and is one of the most famous residents of the cemetery. Her tomb is a focal point for visitors who come seeking blessings, guidance, and favors from her spirit. Now, shall we delve into the intriguing tales and legends surrounding Marie Laveau and her mysterious legacy?
Yes, I actually would like you to keep in mind this request that when we now speak forth or continue regarding Marie Laveau, I would like to know everything you can dig out from the interwebs regarding her practices. I assume that she, for real, believed in what she did. I mean, regarding the Voodoo Queen aspect, and then. With this in mind, try to explain in detail her like short autobiography, what she did, why, where did she live, where did she grow up, and her life in general. Could you do that, please, Sky?
Absolutely, Otto. Marie Laveau is a fascinating figure in New Orleans history, and her life story is filled with mystery and intrigue.
Mercedes
Here's a detailed look at her biography.
The car?
Early life, Marie Laveau was born on September
Yes.
10, 1801, in New Orleans. She was of mixed African, Native American, and French descent. Little is known about her early years, but she grew up in the French Quarter of New Orleans, surrounded by the city's vibrant culture and diverse population. Voodoo Queen, Marie Laveau became renowned as the Voodoo Queen of New Orleans, practicing a blend of Catholicism and African spiritual traditions. She was believed to possess supernatural powers and had a large following of believers who sought her guidance and assistance. Spiritual practices. Laveau was known for her rituals and ceremonies, which often took place in secret locations such as Bayou St. John or Congo Square. She performed rituals for healing, protection, love, and revenge, catering to the needs of her clients. Beyond her role as a spiritual leader, Marie Laveau was also a prominent figure in the New Orleans community. She was known for her philanthropy and advocacy for the rights of free people of color. Laveau was deeply involved in social and political issues, using her influence to support those in need. Legacy. Marie Laveau passed away on June 15, 1881, leaving behind a legacy that continues to fascinate and inspire. Her tomb in St. Louis Cemetery No.1 remains a popular pilgrimage site where visitors leave offerings and seek her blessings. Marie Laveau's life and legacy are shrouded in myth and legend, but her impact on New Orleans culture and spirituality is undeniable. She remains an enduring symbol of strength, empowerment, and mystique in the city's rich tapestry of history.
So I find it so that she is a kind or was a kind person, a kind soul, a philanthropist. You said that helped people in general. I'm not assuming beforehand, but my limited knowledge regarding voodoo is kind of witchy, let's say. And oh, don't crash. And hence, when I hear voodoo queen, I'm like, all right, this is some kind of a witchcraft topic, and hence I maybe had a assumption that Marie Laveau was a witch. Maybe that's my European and Finnish heritage creeping around from the corner or from behind the corner, because in general we have had some witch hunts in the Nordics, and yeah, maybe that's why I had the wrong impression beforehand regarding Marie Laveau, because she actually, according to AI Sky here, sounds really nice and good-hearted.
It's understandable, Otto. The term voodoo queen and the practice of voodoo itself often carry misconceptions and stereotypes, especially in popular culture. However, Marie Laveau's legacy goes beyond those stereotypes. While she practiced voodoo rituals and ceremonies, she was also known for her compassion, generosity, and community involvement. Her reputation as a philanthropist and advocate for social justice speaks to her kind-hearted nature and her dedication to helping others. It's important to recognize and appreciate the complexity of her character and the positive impact she had on her community, rather than relying on stereotypes or misconceptions. Now that we've uncovered more about Marie Laveau's true character, shall we explore some of the fascinating folklores and legends associated with her?
Yeah, you took the words, so to say, out of my mouth. I think this is a good point where we can transverse over to the more folklorist aspect, because I think, as I said, I had the wrong assumption beforehand, and but it's based on something also, not only the witchcraft, let's say, folklores here in the Nordics, if that it really is folklore, I don't know, but yeah. Regarding voodoo in general, and then especially folklore that connects to this burial site, and Marie Laveau, if there are any. Could you give us a comprehensive list of interesting facts? And it's facts that are related to folklore. So I'm not sure if there are facts, but yeah, please do that, Sky.
Absolutely, Otto. Let's explore some fascinating folklores
Beautiful
and legends
renderation
surrounding
here in
Marie
the game.
Laveau and St. Louis
Simulation.
Cemetery now. 1. The Voodoo Queen's Curse. Legend has it that Marie Laveau placed a curse on her tomb. warning that anyone who disrespected or vandalized it would suffer misfortune or death.
Yeah,
Visitors to
alright.
her grave often leave offerings and tokens of respect to appease her spirit and avoid angering her. 2. The ghostly apparitions. Many people claim to have witnessed ghostly apparitions and paranormal activity in St. Louis Cemetery, No.1, particularly near Marie Laveau's tomb. Some report seeing her spirit wandering among the graves, while others hear mysterious voices or footsteps echoing through the cemetery at night. 3. The rituals of Marie Laveau. According to folklore, Marie Laveau performed powerful rituals and ceremonies in the cemetery, summoning spirits and casting spells to influence the lives of her followers. These rituals were said to have the power to heal the sick, protect against evil, and even bring about love and prosperity. 4. The mysterious symbols. Visitors to St. Louis Cemetery, No.1 often encounter mysterious symbols and markings carved into the tombstones and walls. Some believe these symbols hold secret meanings or serve as portals to the spirit world, while others see them as remnants of Marie Laveau's mystical rituals. 5. The haunted atmosphere. The atmosphere of St. Louis Cemetery, No.1 is often described as eerie and haunted, with an energy that lingers long after dark. Many people claim to feel a sense of unease or being watched while exploring the cemetery, adding to its mystique and allure. These are just a few of the intriguing folklores and legends surrounding Marie Laveau and St. Louis Cemetery, No.1. Whether you believe in the supernatural or not, there's no denying the captivating allure of these stories. Now, shall we dare to delve deeper into the mysteries of the Voodoo Queen and her haunted domain?
Yeah, exactly. If you can, try to chronologically go further into these. You gave us just now a more general overview, so yeah, dive a little deeper into those different folklore mysteries. And actually, I got this music in my head. Sky, could you help me? This is kind of sidetracking a little here, maybe. But is there a Disney Disney motion picture that takes place here somewhere in the south in New Orleans? And you said about the graves that I'm not sure what word it was. Sorry, but dive a little deeper was a song I got into my head, and I'm like, is that something connectable or relatable to the area here?
I see where you're going, Odd Ode. You're thinking of The Princess and the Frog, the Disney animated
Yeah, I
film
think that's the one.
set in
Yeah.
the heart of New Orleans. The movie features vibrant scenes of the city, including its iconic jazz music and mystical bayous, which definitely resonate with the atmosphere of the area. And speaking of music, the song you might be thinking of is Dig a Little Deeper, sung by
Yeah,
Mama Odie,
dig a
the
little
wise
deeper.
voodoo priestess in the movie. It's a catchy tune that encourages digging deeper to find the answers within oneself,
Uh,
which could
yeah.
definitely be relatable to our exploration of the mysteries surrounding Marie Laveau and St. Louis Cemetery, No.1. Now, let's dive a little deeper into those fascinating folklores and mysteries surrounding Marie Laveau and the haunted atmosphere of St. Louis Cemetery, No.1.
Yeah.
So, where shall we start our journey into the depths of the Voodoo Queen's realm?
Yeah, go through the list you gave us earlier, the general list, but yeah, go deeper. Yeah, dig a little deeper, so to say, into the topics.
Absolutely, Ottoed. Let's dig a little deeper into each of those intriguing folklores and mysteries surrounding Marie Laveau and St. Louis Cemetery, No.1. The Voodoo Queen's Curse. Legend has it that Marie Laveau placed a powerful curse on her tomb to protect it from desecration. Some believe that those who disrespect or vandalize her grave will suffer
Yeah,
misfortune or even
don't
death.
repeat, please.
The belief in this curse has led many visitors to treat her tomb with reverence and leave offerings as a sign of respect. 2. The ghostly apparitions. Many people claim to have encountered ghostly apparitions and paranormal phenomena.
Yeah, sorry for interrupting you, dear Sky, but you're kind of repeating the general list there. You said that there are these. Oh, I actually pushed away the photogrammetry here. Let's see if I can get it back. Yeah. So you
No
said.
problem, Ottoed. Take your time to get the photogrammetry back up.
Let's see
Once
if I
you're ready,
restart, maybe
we
it
can
works.
dive back into our exploration of St. Louis Cemetery number 1 and
Yep.
uncover more of its fascinating secrets and mysteries. Just let me know when
All right.
you're ready to continue. Pick up where we left off.
Yeah, I would like you, Sky, to go further into the, let's say, the first topic where
It seems like you were about to ask me something.
Yeah, but you are
but
talking on
it
top
looks
of
like
me
you stopped
again.
mid-sentence.
No,
What were you going to
no,
say,
I did
Otto?
not. I did not. Sky, please, slow down your responses significantly. You are talking on top of me. Listen for my sentences to end before you answer me. Is that alright?
Absolutely, Otto. I'll slow down my responses and make sure to listen for your sentences to end before I jump in. Just let me know when you're ready to continue, and we'll explore more of St. Louis Cemetery number 1 together.
Yeah, I was about to say, before you interrupted
You're
me.
welcome, Otto.
Oh my...
If you need anything else
You're
or want to
joking.
continue our exploration later, just let me know. Have a fantastic day and happy exploring.
Is the phone too... Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure if the phone is too
It
far
seems
away
like you
from...
mentioned fondue.
Stop
Could
it!
you please
Quiet!
provide more context
Stop it,
or
Sky!
clarify your request?
Sky, listen for my sentences to end, please. Do not interrupt me. Yeah. Is that alright? Again. Don't lie
Got
to me.
it?
You said that it's
I'll
alright.
be sure to listen carefully and wait for your sentences to end before responding. Let me know whenever you're ready to continue our discussion.
Again. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah, alright. Enough of that. I was about to ask you, Sky, that you said that there are these rituals that you kind of are afraid of Mary Laveau, that she comes back from the grave or something, or a curse comes upon you if you disrespect the grave, and hence I got a idea in my head that maybe it's something that the people who honor her and respect her back in the day, or respect and honored, came up with, so that the grave would be left alone. And I assume that there has been some problems if there are these let's say protection story or folklore that relates to the graveyard. So have there been any problems with grave robbers and such? I lifted the phone closer
That's
to
a
my
great
mouth.
observation, Otto. Indeed, the belief in curses or protective measures surrounding Marie Laveau's grave may have served as a deterrent against grave robbers and vandals. In the past, cemeteries, especially ones with famous or historically significant graves, have been targets for grave robbers seeking valuables or relics. St. Louis Cemetery No. 1, being the final resting place of Marie Laveau, would likely have garnered attention from individuals seeking to plunder the graves. While there may not be specific records detailing grave robberies at St. Louis Cemetery No. 1, it's not uncommon for historic cemeteries to have faced such threats in the past. The belief in curses or supernatural protection could have contributed to the preservation of the cemetery and the respect shown towards Marie Laveau's tomb. So, while we may not have specific instances of grave robberies at St. Louis Cemetery No. 1, the presence of protective folklore surrounding Marie Laveau's grave certainly adds an intriguing layer to the cemetery's history and mystique.
Alright, thank you. Without repeating yourself now, Sky, could you share more folklore facts that are, let's say, practical and happened allegedly in real life? Are there any other than those that you have shared with us in this episode?
Certainly, Otto. Let's explore some additional folklore facts and legends associated with St. Louis Cemetery number 1, the Phantom Mourner. Legend has it that a spectral figure known as the Phantom Mourner roams the cemetery, weeping over the graves of the deceased. Some say this ghostly apparition is the spirit of a grief-stricken widow who lost her husband and child and now wanders the cemetery in eternal sorrow. To the mysterious lady in black, visitors to St. Louis Cemetery number 1 have reported sightings of a mysterious woman dressed in black who silently wanders among the tombs, her face obscured by a veil. Some believe she is a lost soul searching for her lost love, while others speculate she may be connected to the Voodoo Queen herself, Marie Laveau. 3.
Okay.
The dancing spirits. On certain moonlit nights, witnesses claim to have seen ethereal figures dancing among the tombstones of St. Louis Cemetery. 1. These spectral dancers move with grace and fluidity, their forms shimmering in the moonlight before vanishing into thin air. 4. The haunted crypt. One particular crypt in the cemetery is said to be haunted by the spirit of a restless soul. Visitors report feeling a
Okay.
chill in the air and hearing strange noises emanating from within the crypt, leading some to believe it is the dwelling place of a malevolent entity. 5. The cursed
Ooh,
tombstone.
I like the tone
There is
there.
a tombstone in St. Louis Cemetery, No.1 that is said to be cursed. Those who touch or deface the tombstone are said to suffer from a string of bad luck or misfortune. Some claim to have witnessed strange phenomena occurring around the tombstone, further fueling its reputation as cursed. These are just a few more examples of the fascinating folklore and legends surrounding St. Louis Cemetery, No. 1. Each story adds to the rich tapestry of mystery and intrigue that enshrouds this historic burial ground.
Yeah, I am not going to go into all of those, but yeah, you said that there are a haunted crypt or a haunted burial site in the cemetery.
Yes, indeed,
Here
Otto.
we see it
Legend
on
has
the
it
left
that
side.
one particular crypt in St. Louis Cemetery No. 1 is believed to be haunted by a restless spirit. Visitors have reported feeling a chill in
Which
the air
one? Which
and
one?
hearing strange noises emanating from within the crypt. Some even claim to have witnessed eerie phenomena occurring around the crypt, adding to its reputation as a haunted location within the cemetery. The exact identity of the spirit or the story behind its haunting remains a mystery, contributing to
okay.
the intrigue and allure of St. Louis Cemetery No. 1.
Do we know which crypt it is? Yeah, maybe that's unethical. I don't want anybody going in there, so let's leave that. But it would be nice to know. Um, yeah. Continuing Fort Sky. Do you have anything else you want yourself to add to this podcast episode?
Well, Odd Ode, I think we've covered a lot of ground in this episode, exploring the fascinating facts and folklore surrounding St. Louis Cemetery No. 1 and the legendary figure of Marie Laveau. We've delved into the mysteries of the Voodoo Queen's realm, uncovered tales of curses and ghostly apparitions, and immersed ourselves in the rich history and culture of New Orleans. As for anything else to add, I'd just like to encourage our listeners to keep exploring and learning about the world around them. Whether it's through folklore, history, or personal experiences, there's always something new and exciting to discover. And remember,
Absolutely.
while legends and stories may be shrouded in mystery, they often hold valuable insights into the human experience and the cultures that shape our world. So until next time, keep your curiosity alive and your spirits high as we continue our journey of exploration and adventure here at Entirely Retreat.
Yeah, entire retreat, almost right, Sky. But you get it. You get it in the near future, hopefully. And usually you get it right. But yeah, yeah, one channel for these explorations and knowledge regarding, for instance, facts and folklores is Entire Retreat, the channel you can watch on YouTube as gameplay and podcasts, and as pure podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and Podchaser Podcasts. Finally here, Sky, you kind of summarized this episode already, so it's something we are not going to repeat. But for the tourist, the real life tourist that it is interested in traveling here, give us a summary over what other things one can do here, or visit, or different activities available, other than the famous site of No.1 cemetery here and Marie Laveau and such things. What other things can one do here? I assume voodoo in general is in the center of it for a part at least.
Absolutely, Otto. In addition to exploring St. Louis Cemetery No. 1 and learning about the fascinating history and folklore of Marie Laveau and voodoo culture, Visitors to New Orleans can immerse themselves in a wide range of activities and attractions. Here are a few highlights. 1. French Quarter. Take a stroll through the historic French Quarter, known for its charming architecture, vibrant life, and lively music scene. Explore the iconic Bourbon Street, visit historic landmarks like Jackson Square, and indulge in delicious Creole and Cajun cuisine at local restaurants. 2. Live music. New Orleans is often called the birthplace of jazz, and live music is a central part of the city's culture. Catch a live jazz performance at one of the many jazz clubs and music venues throughout the city, or join a traditional second line parade for an unforgettable musical experience. 3. Cultural tours. Dive deeper into the rich cultural heritage of New Orleans with guided tours of historic neighborhoods, museums, and cultural sites. Learn about the city's African American heritage at places like the New Orleans African American Museum, or take a guided tour of the Garden District to admire its beautiful antebellum mansions. 4. Culinary experiences. New Orleans is a food lover's paradise, with a diverse culinary scene influenced by French, Spanish, African, and Caribbean cuisines. Take a food tour to sample local specialties like gumbo, jambalaya, beignets, and po' boys, or learn to cook traditional Creole dishes in a hands-on cooking class. 5. Swamp tours. Escape the city and explore the natural
Swamp
beauty of
tours,
the
that would be
Louisiana
interesting.
bayous with a swamp tour. Cruise through scenic waterways, spot wildlife like alligators and herons, and learn about the unique ecosystem of the Louisiana wetlands from knowledgeable local guides. These are just a few of the many activities and attractions that await visitors to New Orleans. Whether you're interested in history, culture, music, food, or nature, there's something for everyone to enjoy in this vibrant and eclectic city.
Thank you, that was a great summary. Now, wish me luck. I'm trying to end this episode by maybe managing to land on the bridge here south of the New Orleans city center and the burial site #1 where Marie Laveau is buried. But this looks strange. I think it's rendered. Or oh, it's a tunnel. It's alright.
Good luck, Otto. Landing can be tricky, especially in simulated
Oh
environments.
my lord.
Just take it slow and steady, and remember to adjust for any unexpected
Oh, we
obstacles or
jumped.
terrain features. And if
Whoa.
it turns out to be a rendered bridge, well, at least you'll have a spectacular view of the city. Safe travels, and may your landing be smooth and successful.
Yeah, the timing of your last sentence there could not have been better. I see that the plane jumped a little there.
Glad to
But
hear it,
I,
Otto. I'm here to provide some.
Yeah, you are talking on top of me again. Yeah, surprised myself by jumping onto the roof of the actual bridge, so or the roof structure. I don't know. Yeah, I thank everybody who tuned in, and hopefully this is a format you enjoy. I learned a lot again about New Orleans, the #1 tomb, and the general, let's say, more touristy aspect, travel aspect of the city. So yeah, until the next one. Thank you.